good afternoon. It's good seeing you again. Thank you for coming and completing this part of an assessment that I'll be conducting today. And it should not be more than 10 minutes, maybe a little bit less. We're going to go over some personal information, and then we're going to go over to some questions for you. Let's talk a little bit, Amy, about your education. Do you have education in your portfolio?
Yes, I did go to high school, and I graduated from high school.
Any type of skills or hobbies that you picked up on in high school?
When I was in high school, I did play basketball for a little bit.
Does that help you keep with your physique?
A little bit, not anymore.
Shifting over to employment, maybe experience, do you currently work?
Right now, I'm not employed. I have been working part-time on and off, but it's a little hard to keep a job.
Do you want to continue working maybe on a full-time basis?
Eventually, I do want to get to full-time, but right now I feel like part-time is working better whenever I do have a job.
Any challenges that you think you're going to face with
Um,
finding work?
With finding work, I think it's just whenever I do try to get my newborn back, it's just trying to figure out childcare and my scheduling with that.
Okay. Medical history, Amy, do you have a family doctor?
No, I don't really go to the doctor. I feel like my immune system hasn't really affected me that much. Partially, I like to think that it's because of the cocaine.
Okay.
But no, I don't have a doctor.
In your family, let's shift over to your family. Congratulations, you have a newborn.
Thank you.
Are you single, married?
I'm single.
Do you have any other children other than your newborn?
No, that was my first baby.
Do your parents live, and your sisters and brothers?
Yes, I do have both of my parents and my siblings, but they don't live with me.
Okay. We're now going to go into alcohol use. I know you mentioned something about this last time. We did not have, a lot of information, but I'm just going to highlight some of the things that were mentioned. So I asked, have you ever drank alcohol, liquor, mixed drinks? You said no. Is that still hold true? You've never had any drinks, or you have?
No, I'm not an alcoholic, or I don't drink alcoholic beverages. So, yes, it is true.
So in high school, you never had, your friends that you said, you know what, let's go out on a party night, anything like that?
We did, but I never drank.
So to be clear, you've never had the desire or the craving for alcohol, anything like that?
That's correct.
Liquor or mixed drinks?
No.
Thank you for that, Amy. We're going to jump over to the substance abuse topic, the drug use that was presented. We're going to start off with marijuana, cannabis. So a little bit about this. How often do you use cannabis? And how much would you say you use?
About once a year before I got pregnant, and then now I feel like it's a little bit more, maybe every couple of weeks, so it has increased.
Okay, so that explains a question that I had, because when they did the blood work and you're pregnant, then you came out positive. But I believe in some notes that I had from a prior meeting, you mentioned, even with your counselor, you used it once a year, and it was not a big deal for you. It was not a problem. So would you hold on to that thought today? Now you're increasing the use of it?
Yes, I am increasing it. Once a year was more for family functions, but I am increasing it more now.
How does it make you feel?
I feel a little relaxed when I do take it. Like, it takes a lot of the stress that I have away, so it kind of makes me feel like I don't have any worries to think about at that time.
Okay. And you clarified that you say you now use it more than when you first started.
Yes.
Any family members that you know who use cannabis?
No, my family doesn't use any.
Does your family know that you use cannabis?
They actually don't know that I am using that now.
They do not know.
No, I feel like if I told them or if they found out, it would prevent me from trying to get my newborn back. And so because I really do want to get him back, I don't think I would want them to find out.
Okay. And you don't think that in using cannabis it's ever gotten you in trouble with relationships, family doesn't know?
No, I mean they don't know, so I haven't had any problems there.
Let's jump over to the subject of crack. You do use cocaine in the form of free form, which is the crack. In relation to that, when did you first start using it?
Back in high school, around my senior year of high school. You did mention earlier if I went to any parties, and yes, I did, but I never did alcohol, but I did. That was when I first tried cocaine, and from there it was very minimal. It was mostly whenever we would have gatherings after like a football game or after a basketball game, and then after high school it started becoming a lot more frequent to now basically everyday use.
So because there's been an increase in the use of it, how does it make you feel? Is it something that's helping you?
I feel like it helps me get through my everyday tasks. I see it as kind of any other person's caffeine intake, except this is, I guess, a more severe drug, but it does get me through the day.
You think you need to use it first thing in the morning when you get up?
Yes. Yeah, like I said, it's kind of like my coffee, but cocaine.
Do you think that you're using crack more now? I think you've clarified some of that now than when you first started. So when you were younger, you were introduced to it, you liked it, and now it's habit forming, right? Now you use it just about every day.
Yes.
You mentioned in about a month time. So how many months would that be? Every month throughout the year, or would you say it's several months throughout the year?
A consistent several months throughout the year. So I feel like it's more during like the fall time when I use it. I feel like that's when I'm a little bit more stressed, at least consistently.
Any family members that you know are using crack as well?
No.
So sometimes people get into situations where they like to talk. And have you ever felt bothered about people talking, of other people who are using illicit drugs?
I feel like the people who do talk about other individuals who use drugs is because they've never really dealt with not knowing how to cope with whatever's going on. And so I do feel bothered that they instantly judge and feel like we don't know what we're doing or anything like that, but this is the only way that we particularly know how to deal with everything going on in our life. And if they understood really what it was like to be on some kind of drug and the way that it makes us feel, maybe they'd be a little bit more understanding. But yes, it does bother me.
Thank you for that, Amy. And we're almost coming down to the end. Do you feel that we have covered anything that you'd like to share? Have I covered most of your issues of concern? Do you have anything that we have not shared and that you'd like to add? No, there's really nothing else. I just really hope that I'm able to get this under control. That's going to be our goal, Amy, to help you out. You're not alone, as I mentioned before. So this is just the beginning of